What's good, YouTube? Got Pip TV. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give y'all my opinion on this Jay Prince, this YBN Almighty J chain snatcher situation that just happened this week in New York City, where people calling Jay Prince a rat, they calling Jay Prince a snitch. I mean, at the end of the day, my opinion about the situation, I don't see Jay Prince as being a rat. I don't see Jay Prince as being a snitch. What I do see Jay Prince as being is a person that made a mistake. I mean, at the end of the day, Jay Prince is the OG, been an OG for a very long time out in Texas. I mean, so the dude know right from wrong. Ain't nobody perfect. People make mistakes. I mean, now you getting on IG, tagging people in your post wasn't the right thing to do. I'm pretty sure you know that now. I mean, especially when you tag street people in your post. It don't matter who you tag, but when you tag street people in your post and they still out here in these streets, of course they gonna take that shit some kind of way. So I understood people gripe from New York when they were saying like, I mean, why you put my name in your post? Come on, BJ, you know these dudes are still in the street. They don't need their name brought up and shit that don't need to be brought up in if they had nothing to do with it. You understand what I'm saying? You said you did it because maybe they knew somebody that knew something about. Ain't no problem with that. But you know how you take that. You know how you supposed to address that situation. Damn, my dude. How about you hit people inboxes, DM them. I'm pretty sure, Jay, you got a lot of these people phone numbers. How about calling these people? But you getting on Instagram, and when you get on Instagram and tag all these people in posts, knowing knowing you know you've been in the industry long enough to know how this hip hop police shit work. So everybody name you tag pretty much now, guess what? You got police and affairs looking at them, trying to find out if they was connected to this shit. Well, 9 times out of 10, the people you tag wasn't. But dude, now you understand how you tagging people in some shit made no sense. I mean, that doesn't make you a snitch. I mean, people say you was a snitch because you brought up dude's name. That was a little suspect, Prince, but goddamn, like I said, ain't nobody perfect. Prince, you're a street dude. You know one thing for sure, two things for certain. When it comes to street shit, if you trying to keep it in the street, don't bring up nobody's name on no media platform, especially on Facebook or Instagram. And then you gonna tag him. You gonna put his name up along and tag other people's name on Instagram. I mean, I know people make mistakes, but come on, Prince. Like, you gotta understand where all your gripe is coming from with people from the East Coast now, especially in New York City. It's because you're trying to throw shots. Like, you was trying to throw a little bit of low blows, talking about I see niggas on the East Coast have a problem with inviting other men that they dig. That's not the case, man. See, when you made that statement, that was referring to one person, Takashi 6ix9ine. No, you and Takashi had y'all little situation when this dude was out. You know, Takashi was running around telling everybody to suck his dick. Don't make it right, but that's what he was doing. Takashi 6ix9ine don't speak for everybody in New York City. Takashi 6ix9ine was not speaking for everybody on the East Coast. So when you sit and say you see people on the East Coast have a problem with inviting grown men to their private parts, bro, you have to do about it. You got to do a better, like, direct your statement towards who your statement needed to be directed to. Your statement was not directed towards the East Coast of New York City. Your statement was directed towards Tekashi 6ix9ine. That's where you need to keep it. Ain't nobody on the East Coast running around telling grown men that inviting grown men to suck their private parts. B, you know that. If you've been on the East Coast much as you say you've been on the East Coast, I'm pretty sure you know that. If that's the case, my dude, I'm pretty sure you got some little dude running around Texas right now, as we speak, telling somebody to suck his dick. So come on, let's not make this no New York, Texas thing and no New York and West Coast, I mean Midwest, East Coast thing. I mean, come on, man. We don't need to go there with that. I mean, the only thing I'm saying is, bro, you're not a snitch. You made fucked up judgment calls. Pretty sure you want your chain back. Don't nobody want nobody they rocking with getting robbed. You understand what I'm saying? But what you don't do is put all of New York City under the same bubble and make New York City to blame for some shit when you only dealing with a couple of dudes. Prince, you know you got stupid little dudes everywhere, just not in New York City. Come on, man. Big as Texas is, I'm pretty sure it's a bunch of little idiots in Texas. So let's not put all of us in a bubble in New York or on the East Coast and make it seem like, oh, this is an East Coast problem that you're going to have to get straight or else. One thing I can say about the East Coast of New York City, we are not good with verbal threats. You understand what I'm saying? You said it wasn't a verbal threat, but when you start saying I'm mob tied and I mean, come on, Prince, you know what you were saying. I don't know if you took it as being that bad when you first said it, but if you go back and listen to the shit you said, yo, it was kind of like you throwing subliminal messages that niggas in New York is soft and people on the East Coast is soft, and which is false information. I'm pretty sure you know that if you've been on the East Coast as much as you say you have. At the end of the day, I don't feel Jay Prince is a snitch. I feel Jay Prince made a fucked up decision tagging people in their posts. Because if you had to tag me, I would have said the same thing. Like, come on, big homie, if I ain't got shit to do with this, why even tag me in this? I mean, but at the end of the day, I don't feel he's a snitch. I just feel he made a fucked up decision making play. That's it. This guy pimping, I'm out.